Tank and Shakur is next from what Tank's talking about. However, I'm not too sure he's respecting Frank enough. I have a feeling it'll be a controversial one. However, Shakur versus Tank is exciting as HE double hockey sticks.
Well, it's going to be hard about making that fight happen is the teams involved. I don't know how well, Jay Prince and Al Heyman, PBC, I don't know how great that relationship is. And Shakur's deal is almost up with Top Rank.
Last fight.
Yeah. So I don't know if I don't know what kind of I don't know what kind of obstacle that is for maybe that bridge can be made and everything. So but I actually think that might be what's tough to get those two in the ring. It's just the politics, as usual in boxing, as usual. Not so much the fighters, but the teams involved and the business side involved. So we'll see.
Is it like,
I hope so.
With his decision to stay with Top Rank, will it be like Crawford, Manny Pacquiao? Manny Pacquiao stayed. I think he read up.
Right.
And then Crawford finally walked.
Well, Crawford got criticized for staying with Top Rank because definitely not all.
Yeah.
It got perceived as, well, if you really wanted to fight Shawn and Keith and Danny and Errol, then why didn't you sign with the PBC when it happened? But Crawford's whole point, and I tend to agree with it, is probably that, this is a sport and it shouldn't come down to who I sign with. I'm the best welterweight in the world. I should be able to fight the other best welterweights in the world because it's a business, but it's a sport at the end of the day. And he stood on that and ultimately got vindicated with a little help from Shawn crossing the bridge and everything. But yeah, and maybe Shakur will feel the same way. Why do I have to, sign over with this company to fight the other best lightweight in boxing? But the reality of the situation might be that is what you have to do, because ultimately that is what Crawford had to do. Even though he held his ground, and in holding his ground, made his point and maybe helped his leverage heading into a Spence fight by being strong. But ultimately, that's the bridge he had to cross. And it might be the same bridge Shakur has to cross, and that's why I originally brought up the Jay Prince, Al Heyman stuff. I don't even like saying those men's names out loud like that.
But if anybody can say it, it's Shawn Porter.
100%. Listen,
I respect all parties involved so much.
And I agree 100% with everything that you said. I truly do think that the decisions that Terence made and the way he, along with everyone else that was involved with his career, how he got to this point right now. I think right now he seems to be one of the more beloved fighters in the game right now. One of the fighters that everybody looks forward to seeing. You see him getting in the ring with Majinov, and not everyone knows that name, but they know Terence Crawford. And I'm happy that he's at a point where at least I haven't seen that he's getting a lot of criticism for who he's choosing to fight. And I think that he did a whole lot to get past these biases and these what's the word I want to use, criticisms.
Critics.
Yes, sir. Thank you. These criticisms that people have just continued to pour on him time after time. When I look at his career right now, I'm proud of everything that he's done. I'm absolutely proud to have been in the ring with him. Obviously, that fight didn't go how I wanted it to go, expected it to go. But at the end of the day, I'm a human. I'm not just a fighter. I'm more human now than I've been in my entire life, and I have the ability to appreciate greatness when I see it. And if anything, my advice to Shakur: don't talk to your business people. Talk to a man that went through it. Speak to the fighter. You know what I mean? And get his guidance, which obviously we know they coincide like that. So hopefully that's what Shakur decides to do, and we're able to figure it out. That's a fight that the world needs.
It always helps when both guys really want to fight each other. And it sounds like Tank is beginning to arrive there, and Shakur has always said he's there. And so
I've seen a number of interviews. I haven't seen them recently, but in the last couple of years, where Tank wouldn't even say Shakur's name. And it seems like now you're right. Like, it seems like that fire is going now, and it's like, he's willing to really talk about it.
And to, Tank and in Errol's case too, the team's credit is they built the bigger star. They built the bigger box office draw. So You know what I mean? We're the A side, that whole thing, and that is a reality in this game, absolutely, and has been for a long time.
Sure.
So Tank is partly not mentioning him because of that. Is I'm making all this money without you, and you don't really make the paycheck that much bigger just yet.
Yeah.
But maybe for Tank, it's just getting to that time. You've beaten a lot of good fighters. You're one of the biggest box office draws. Nobody really doubts your talent.
Yeah.
You gotta beat that other guy to solidify everything else you've done to
There's
this
still
point.
always another level to go to.
Yeah.
You have the financial level, you're there. You have the level of stardom and who knows you and who wants to see you, you're there. And now that level of greatness is like you just gotta go over that.